Hey guys, so I decided to do a video today to show you my first 2 ever tarot decks. And yes, this is just the books, but that's neither here nor there. On a video that I am uploading now, I was discussing Ipsy, which is a makeup subscription company, and what I do with the Ipsy bags once I get them. Well, I put tarot cards, oracle cards, or pretty much anything I want in them. But here are 2 that I have put in Ipsy bags. And they are my 2 first ever decks. My first ever deck was the original Rider-Waite deck. It was given to me by a wonderful friend that I met online, who became a mentor to me. And she went on her lunch break one day and bought me this book. As you can see, it has been used. Now, I am a book snob, and I try not to break the backing, but you can tell that this one has just really been used. I used it so much, and I broke the backing, and it breaks my heart, and I need to get another copy. But the deck that she sent me, the original Rider-Waite, I'm fixing to pull it out and show you. I have loved that deck for years, and still to this day, not this deck, I have a very large deck that I will pull out and, look at the images from time to time, because, we can all benefit from a rediscovery of the imagery and the meanings of the original Rider-Waite. So, let's just look at those for a minute, which you've all seen them. I'm just going to, for someone who may not have. This is the little Ipsy bag that I keep them in. I'm assuming this one was probably a Valentine's one because I have little subtle lips there. And I think that's cute. And there it is, my original Rider Tarot. The box is worn, as you can tell. It's being used, but the cards are still absolutely perfect because I'm very OCD when it comes to the things that I love, of course. And this deck is extremely special to me, which is why I bought the large giant size. I guess I should go get those and show you what I mean. I bought the giant size deck to use as opposed to this one, so I could just keep it in its bag and keep it protected, because it was my first ever tarot deck, and it was a gift from my beautiful friend. This is the deck that I use now when I want to look at the imagery and study certain cards from the Rider-Waite deck, because, as I say, I want to save this one because it was a gift from a dear friend many years ago now. Probably maybe 2006. No, it would be 2007. Yes, 2007, so yeah, you got to keep up and protect those things that are gifted to you. They are cherished gifts. But you can tell the difference in size of the cards. But this is the original, what most people start with. But now, this is what I go to when I need to look at Rider-Waite. Yes, this one is the plaid backing that we all know. And it's the same imagery that we all know and love. One of my birth cards. Sometimes, when you just need a refresher, there's nothing wrong with breaking out the original, the tried and true. And they can be very clear and concise. Sometimes, for me, more so than any other deck. There is one deck right now that I am really drawn to, and I am working with tarot-wise. And I already have a video uploaded of it. It's Everyday Witch by Deborah Blake. I am also really enjoying working with The Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. I do not have a video of it, but I will put one up. You can't beat the Rider-Waite system. It has been around forever. And, it's tried and true. I mean, you can't beat it. As I go through these cards, I see that I haven't read with these in so long. some of them are still reverse, and I don't read reversals anymore. So that's really funny. I might go back through and put these in order, but yeah. So this was my very first tarot deck ever, and I still absolutely love it. My second ever tarot deck I bought myself. I'm sorry, y'all see my slipper again. And it's the Sacred Circle Tarot. Now at the time when I purchased this deck, I knew nothing of, I'm sorry, it's wobbly. I knew nothing of computer generated images or, drawn images or anything of that nature. I mean, I didn't know. But for some reason, this deck called to me. And I do believe it's because it says a Celtic pagan journey. When I first began on my path, I was very drawn to the Celtic pantheon. Well, I have since found out that my father's side of the family has roots in England and mostly Scotland. So I can kind of understand why I was drawn to mostly the Celtic pantheon. Most of the goddesses that I worked with the exception of one, are still Celtic. So I really, really did like this deck quite a bit. And from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe you can still buy the cards from Llewellyn. This is a Llewellyn publication. You can still buy the cards from Llewellyn, but you can't get this big guidebook. And I'm going to tell you the story of me getting this guidebook and deck. It actually did come in a box, but the old Llewellyn boxes were really flimsy and they would just collapse on you. I bought this deck from Amazon for $2 plus shipping. That was a very long time ago. And I was so happy when I got it. I couldn't believe that I had another tarot deck. I was just so excited. And for a very long time, I only had 5 decks total for years. And then we moved to Texas, and I just went a little crazy. Now I have well over 100. Well, actually, I really don't know if I have well over 100 because I gifted to my daughter all of my Jasmine Beckett Griffith and Lucy Cavendish decks. Well, not all of them. I gave her 4 different decks. And then I gave her a Doreen Virtue deck, and I gave her girlfriend at the time a tarot deck that was from Los Scarabeo and the Tarot Bible book. I gave those away, so I might have a little less than 100, but I have quit buying tarot. I have plenty. What I liked about this amazing guidebook, you had a very large grayscale picture of the card, and then you have the 5 of Swords, and you have the symbolism, divinatory meanings, and reverse meanings. Like I say, I no longer read reverse meanings, but when I was beginning, that was very, very helpful to me. And it's like this throughout the book. There are spreads. Suit of Wands. See, there's correspondence. Which Wands is my suit, or I should say Wands are, because I am a fire sign. I don't know if there's spreads in the book. I honestly cannot remember. It has been so long. It's a really big book. Let's see when it's from. I believe I got this deck in probably 2007. So, that's not the page I'm looking for. Here we go. First edition, 9th printing, 2006. So, yeah, this deck's been around for a while. Let me see if there's spreads in here. Okay, there are so many spreads in here. I don't know if I'll even be able to put them all in this video. But there's just so many. Sorry about my hands. There are so many spreads. one day I'll make a separate video showing out all these spreads, but there are quite a few. Of course, there's Celtic Cross, things like that. And it tells you, all the information. And it was a little more clear and concise than the original tarot book that I had. This is the backing of the cards, which I think is great. And here's also another spread. And another spread. And it's so funny. The first card I pull out of the deck to show you is the Queen of Wands, which is my card. This is what the cards look like. The images are great. I like the keyword at the top. Some of them are not the same names as in the Rider-Waite. Y'all are just seeing my hand. I don't care if you see my hands. Someone made fun of my hands a long time ago on a different channel I had, so I'm self-conscious. But you know what? That's okay. That's their issue, not mine, right? These are beautiful cards. I'm sitting on my couch today. So, if it looks like I'm in a different location and everything's sliding, that is why. These are absolutely beautiful cards, truth be told. I used them for many, many years. And I love them very much. I mean, I think they're beautiful. The Queen of Discs. Sometimes she is my card, which is strange, I think, but it's hard to explain. But sometimes I am Queen of Discs, sometimes I am Queen of Wands. It just really depends. But the main thing was I wanted to show you guys this imagery because it is great. It's beautiful imagery. And I do believe that you can still get these cards. But like I say, I don't believe that you can get the large guidebook that came with originally. The Druid. The Major Arcana is named differently. There's Rebirth. The World Tree. Isn't it beautiful? One day I'll just take you into my closet where I keep all of my tarot in a shelf in there. It's upside down. See, it's been a while and I used to read reversals. Anyway, and just show y'all everything that I have. Because like I say, I've stopped purchasing tarot because I have plenty. I have far more than enough tarot to last for quite some time. But I might just take you in the closet one day and just show you all the different decks that I have. I mean, I have them stacked up, deck upon deck upon deck, and, on a bookshelf. I mean, they're piled up in there. But, yeah. So, this is a quick look at my first, they're slippery, my first 2 decks that I ever owned of tarot. And I have a mess here on my couch. Over there is the guinea pig, my daughter's guinea pig. I'm actually playing for him stress relieving music for guinea pigs that I found on YouTube. My daughter, who is his owner, is out of town for the next 3 months, we believe. She'll be coming back on the weekends, but he's been really sad without his mommy, so I have been spending more time with him, and I put on guinea pig soothing music, so that's what's playing in the background. Anyway, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will put up that video of the new book that I had come in as soon as I can get it filmed. Love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.